Here's just a Lord Potato, and this is, well, what if Naruto had the Yonko's abilities? Part 4. So, before I go on, I want to say one thing, and one thing only. Okay, I just want to say one thing. I made, this post, like 41 minutes ago, and all that. How the fuck does Naruto Uzumaki wins against the Scarlet King and his children? How you fucking people retarded? Do you not see? No plot armor or Kurama. Are you retarded? Are you fucking people mental? The Scarlet King is like, I don't know, fucking the tallest fucking building right now. Whatever. He's like beyond taller. He's like multi-universe power level. He's like that strong or something. And because he absorbed his like brothers and sisters being gods and all that. And his children. SCP-682 will probably kill Naruto in a fucking instant. Naruto can't do jack shit to him because he's a fucking immortal. I swear to God, you people who fucking picked Naruto Uzumaki are fucking retarded. Go search up the Scarlet King. The Scarlet King, he's this fucking huge ass being that can fucking whoop the shit out of Naruto. And wipe the floor, legit. And also, you people are retarded. First of all, I made this post also 4 days ago. How does Naruto Uzumaki in Bargain mode, it can have Bargain mode, with no plot armor, versus Madara Uchiha with Bargain mode and his Jubi mode, well, Jubi Bargain mode, can not win against Naruto in his Bargain mode? It's the fucking Jubi, you dense fucks! Jubi versus Kurama. I think, well, the Jubi's taller, bigger, and has almost all of the fucking Bijus. Well, with chakra, because it's a fucking mix of it, Kurama's basically one fragment of the fucking Jubi. You dense fucks. You people just are retarded, beyond retarded. So yeah, that's all I wanted to mention. Also, I'm not going to do a recap, so yeah. So let's continue. Let's go. Okay, so we're going into Naruto already being 17. Now Naruto, he's I think I mentioned he was like 10 something, or did I say he was 7'5"? Screw it. Let's say he was 7'5". So of course Naruto is 7'5" when he's 17. So of course this is where Naruto, he is in the village. Of course he did not leave with Jiraiya in the training skip or anything like that. So yeah. So of course this is where what's it called? Naruto, he is he has all his weapons like the Yonko and all, like the club, the sword, the saber mostly that he has from Shanks, the Naginata from what he has from Whitebeard, the claws, just like what he has from Blackbeard. So the club is from Kaido, Kaido. And Big Mom, he just has the fire one. I forgot the fire one. He got he has Zeus and Prometheus, the sun one and the cloud. And of course this is where he also has that sword that Big Mom uses. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, I'll search it later. But this is where Naruto, he's in the village, and of course, he's 17. So of course Naruto has matured somewhat. He was already mature like when he was 13 years old mostly. But of course this is where Naruto is more mature and more taller. Now of course the marriages between him and the others girls and all, Naruto just didn't really care, and he mostly just trained and became stronger. So he has advanced armament hawking, advanced arbitration hawking, and he has his conquerors hawking being the strongest. So of course this is where he's just overpowered right now. He's beyond. He has like all the abilities and has actually used every single devil fruit from the different Yonko. He has him kind of master a little bit. and kind of awoken them also. And well, yeah. Now, of course, this is where Naruto, he is just walking around the village. And of course, this is where, well, he kind of saw in the air when he uses radiation hawking. He was just using it just to look around and all that, to find what the call was Hinata. Because Hinata told him that she had something special to ask him about. Until he saw what they call flying people in the air. Of course, throwing bombs into the what they call village. This is where Naruto says, Zeus. Zeus says, yes, my sir. And goes up and just barbecues almost all of them. Well, not barbecues them. Basically, lightnings every what's called flying ninja or whatever. The skylining people or the sky ninjas or whatever. Because this is where Naruto's actually having to fight against some ninjas that are in the sky. This is where he says, Prometheus, burn them all. Burns a bunch of the sky ninjas that were trying to launch bombs into the village. And of course, this is where Naruto says, everyone leave! Run to the shelters! And of course, everyone hears Naruto's voice and they're just running. And this is where more ninjas are trying to like throw bombs or trying to shoot at what they call villagers. And this is where Naruto says, this is where he sends darkness into the sky, grabbing multiple of them, crushing them with the darkness, while also taking their souls and all that. This is where he's using both Sora no Mi and also the darkness one to drain their souls with darkness. This is where Naruto, he jumps in the air and grabs one of the ninjas, smashing him to the ground. Because Naruto can jump pretty high. This is where Naruto, he sees like a bunch of them still trying to attack and all that. This is where Naruto says, whoop, I have to protect the village. Of course, this is where, well, Shiroi and Tayuya and Kim are right now fighting against the ninjas. They are, well, Shiroi actually got the height of 6'7". Tayuya, she's the height of 6'5". And Kim, she's only 6'1". So yeah. Of course, this is where Shiroi is right now easily cutting through them. Because Tayuya like launched Shiroi up in the air and started cutting through them super easily. Being very limbo like a snake. And this is where, well, Hinata also sees multiple projectors about to hit her until she does rotation and knocks it all away. This is where, well, Fu is also there, and she is the height of 7'1", so a little bit, well, close to Naruto's height. And so she can fly, and so she grabbed Hinata and threw her up so she can try to, knocked out like a bunch of the ninjas out of the sky and all that. This is where Fu always catches Hinata if she's falling down and all that. So as teamwork. So of course this is where also what's it called? What's also in the what's it called? Oh yeah, the Raikage and well, what's it called? The Miss Village also there put what's it called? Well, Hawking and what's it called? What is? Oh yeah, Samui. Samui and what's it called? Hawking are right now just defeating a bunch of ninjas pretty easily. Hawking throwing a bunch of senbons into the sky, hitting them down back to the ground. And this is where Samui uses lightning senbons because she was also trained with Hawking and senbons using. This is where they easily knocked them out. This is where Shikamaru, he uses Shadow Paralysis Jutsu to actually find their shadows like above him and just knock them down. So yeah. Kiba and what's it called? Akamaru, they were about to try to do something, but before they can even do something, projectors were about to hit him until Neji says, rotation, and blast them all away. Rock Lee was like saying, Neji, what is happening? Neji says, I do not know. That's where Naruto says. He says, well, it's time to go into something stronger than them. That's where Naruto, he becomes the dragon, the blue dragon. And this is where he's right now in the air, flying, crushing them all down. Those like sky ninjas and all that are right now using their chakra to try with their machines and all, try to fly around. This is when they see the blue dragon, they're like, what the? Naruto shooting, well, a giant beam at them. Just like erasing all of them. It's where Naruto does it again and blasts almost all of them off again. Destroying them all. So now there's only a couple and they are right now trying to fly away. That's where Naruto, right now in the air, he just, well, opened his mouth and just crushes on them. just eating them, blasting another blast and erasing the last bit of them. So of course the village is not destroyed, like what's called the original canon, the movie. I forgot what the movie was called, but let me search it. So of course the movie is like Bonds or something, whatever. So of course since Naruto, back to Naruto. Naruto, he easily defeated through all of them, and of course this is where Naruto easily defeated him, and of course he's right now in the Hokage office. This is where before he went to the Hokage office, he kind of met the old man, and of course Naruto was right now just using shadow clones to just pick up people and all that and get them out of there. This is where he meets the old man. And of course is where Naruto says, "Hey old man, it's dangerous here right now. If you're right now like a medical ninja, you'd probably be at the hospital or something." This is where the man with white hair says, "Oh, I'm just here helping. Do you mind lifting this up?" Naruto, he does with just one leg. And of course is where the man just gets the villager out and all that. Not happening. Okay, so of course this is where god damn it. Okay, so with what's called Naruto just helped out the old man, and the old man's just like getting people using, well, not even medical jutsu that much. He's right now just using basic medical, what's it called, well, for people and all that. He's not even using chakra. And of course this is where, Naruto, he like goes to the hospital, and of course this is where he sees what's it called, Hinata and Fu, who are actually trained to be medical ninjas, are right now working on the whole medical and all that. Naruto was just saying that some old man was just using basic medical, stuff to actually help them. So that's why they were to kind of like asking who was doing this towards Naruto. Naruto just said that. And of course, this is where Fu says, "Did you not care to ask his name?" Naruto says, No, I just call him old man." Fu really says, "Naruto, do you really have to just call everyone old and not care that much?" Naruto says, who cares? This is where Fu says, "God damn it." So yeah. I should also mention Hinata is actually the height of 6'9", so yeah. Like the height of 6'9", so yeah. So of course this is where, with that happening, this is where they kind of meet the red-haired girl who is right now saying, "Where's the old man?" and all that. And this is where Naruto says, "Where the fuck did you came from?" This is where she says, "Huh? What, are you talking to me?" She's like being ruthless and all that. Well, rude towards Naruto. And Naruto says, "No, I'm talking to the fucking brick wall." Naruto sends a wave of conquer talking, scaring the shit of her. And of course, where Naruto says, "Whatever." Fu says, "Don't scare her. You know, it's very rude to scare people like that, using your, will on them." This is where Naruto says, "I don't really care. Whatever, I'm gonna go to the Hokage office." So Naruto appears in the Hokage office. And this is where Tsunade says, "Hello there, Naruto." This is where Naruto says, "Hello there, Bachan." And this is where she says, "Don't call me old, I'm not that old." This is where Naruto says, "I called the old man, he never cared that much." This is where she says, "But I am not the old man." Who cares? Fine, I'll call the old lady then. This is where she says, "Okay, I'm gonna fucking punch you." Naruto says, "You can try, but that ain't gonna happen." This is where she talks about the old man is right here, and that he might need help to go to this place and all. So yeah. Of course, this is where, Naruto is actually not gonna be brought along with Sakura, because Sakura gave up being a ninja. So yeah. So of course it's gonna be Hinata with him, and just Hinata. Hinata would be only enough. Fu would be still in the village, kind of helping out people, and yeah. This is where Hinata is, with Naruto. And of course, Hinata's shyness has actually stopped. And of course, she's much more braver, and yeah. This is where they are going with the old man and the red-haired girl. I forgot the red-haired girl's name. This is where, the old man named Shino, and of course, this is where Amaru, the girl with red hair, are going along with Naruto and Hinata. Hinata has to, be there. And Naruto's also there. Because, he's not on a mission to go destroy, well, the main, well, sky people and all that, blah, blah. Even though Naruto can easily wipe them out from existence, because, yeah, that's how powerful he is, but he's not going to. On that mission, that's Shikamaru and the others, too. This is where also Shiroi decides to come along, so yeah. So, of course, Naruto is like rowing the boat, and of course, is where, well, Shiroi and what's called Hinata are in the other boat, so yeah. This is where Maru is right now just like complaining, saying that she will become the best like medical ninja, just like Shinoro or something like that. Shino, I think that's his name and all that. And of course, Naruto is just ignoring her, and this is where she kind of what they call Naruto just never had that much of a big dream, and this is where she says, "What are you looking at?" I'm like, Naruto says, "Because that sounds like a stupid fucking dream." Naruto said bluntly. That's where Shiroi and Hinata's like, "God damn it, Naruto." This is where she says, "Oh really? Then what the hell is your dream?" Naruto says, "To become the Pirate King." This is where she says, "That sounds stupid." Naruto says, "Oh really?" And this is where he accidentally put Armor Hawking into the boat and breaking it. This is where Naruto says, "Shit." This is where he falls into the water, and of course, since I think no wait, he's only the reincarnations of the Yonko's ability. So yeah, this is where he's he still can swim and all that. It's just what's it called? Still what's it called? The fish still hurt him and all that. Of course, this is where they got out into land and all that. And Naruto's right now kind of breathing out of water and all that, coughing up. But this is where he sees the fish and say, "Oh fuck me." This is where Amaru just says, "Okay," so she just cut into Naruto's kind of leg and all, gets out the poison, and yeah. So yeah, of course, this is where they still fast forward. They still go to the what's it called village, but the village is still kind of what's it called. Well, the village is in ruins and all that. This is where the old man still gets stabbed and all that, and yeah. Now, of course, this is where she starts crying. Naruto kind of goes to the ruins and all that. I can return cannon and all that. And this is where, the Zero Tail still kind of attacks Naruto, which it has a hold of Amaru's kind of hatred and all that. Hinata and Shiroi are with Naruto. Well, Hinata is not with what's it called, Naruto and all that. She did get captured, but Shiroi is right there. And Shiroi says, "What the hell is that?" Naruto says, "I do not know, but I don't care." This is where he sent a wave of Conqueror's Hawking, already blasting that thing off. This is where she, what's it called, Amaru, she passes out, and yeah. This is where Shiroi says, "That was easy enough." Naruto says, "Yeah, pretty much." So where, she says, we better be going. Now, of course, Sasuke never went more Orochimaru, and Sasuke is also in the village with Itachi right now, destroying the, what's it called? Well, not in the village. They're with Shikamaru and all that. So, with the flying sky ninjas and all that, that'll still be kind of fighting them. And Sasuke is right now distracting them using Fireball Jutsu. And of course, the Fire Jutsu never gets towards them. But of course, they are taking aim at, Sasuke. But that's where Itachi uses his Sano to block the attacks. And Sasuke does have what's it called, EMS, because Itachi and Sasuke, they switch their eyes in the, what's it called, 4-year time skip. So yeah. Of course, this is where, what's it called? We go into Naruto, still going into what's called the giant floating island and all that. And this is where, Amaru, she still sees Shino or whatever. And of course, his hair goes black and he has enough hatred and all that, whatever, hatred chakra. This is where Naruto, he walks towards the, he has all the power and all that, the Shino and all. And this is where he laughs and all that. This is where Amaru tries to stab herself until Naruto blocks it and says, "That's very stupid enough." Now, Amaru is actually 17 years old, just like Naruto. And this is where Naruto says, "That's stupid to actually stab yourself." This is where she grabs Naruto's hand and Naruto says, "You don't need to heal me. You don't need to put bandages on me. I'm fine." This is where Naruto, he walks to Shino. And of course, he has Naruto's eyes went into a crimson red and all. Because he still have the Nine Tails, and he is, able to use the Nine Tails power pretty easily. Because of the 1-year train, not the 1 year, the 4-year train skip. But yeah, this is where Naruto says, "Hey old man, shut the fuck up." This is where Shino says, "You think you can stop me?" Naruto appears right in front of him, having his arm and Conqueror's Hawking, but advanced Conqueror's Hawking. and of course having the nine tails chakra in it, develop the what's it called fist. Punching the guy in the stomach is where the guy felt the raw like hit and all that. But this is where he gets fly back, and this is where he falls down. He says, "Haha, you think that thing was actually gonna? What is happening?" This is where he becomes old, and yeah, Naruto fans, I remember Hawking destroys the thing inside him. So yeah, this is where Shino. Yeah, let me search him up again. So yeah, his name is Shino, and of course, this is where he's like becoming old. Of course, he makes a cube and well, not the cube. He still makes a lever and jumps down. That's where Naruto notices. That's where he makes a clone and says, "Don't worry, Maru, just go with the clone." Shodoi is right now in the prison cells, easily cutting through, and sees Hinata. And Hinata's burnt even drained of chakra. She was trying to figure out how to get out exactly, but sees the bar. She gets rid of her chakra. Shodoi says, "Aw, Hinata. Since you're taller than me, I thought you would be able to escape that easily." Hinata says, "Shut up, bitch. Just help me out already." This is where Shodoi says, "Fine." She still sees the light on top, or the little lever, or whatever the hell that is. And this is where Shodoi, she throws her sword and cracks and destroys it. This is where everyone is free. This is where Shodoi grabs back her sword and says, "Let's go, Hinata." And this is where Hinata says, "Shut up. If you tell Naruto anything, I will murder you." This is where Shodoi says, "Oh, but, seeing you kind of, like that, it's funny to me." This is where, Hinata says, "Shut the hell up." This is where Shodoi says, "Fine." So, of course, we go to Naruto finding where the old man had went. And this is where Naruto says, "So you went here." This is where he sees the Zero Tails and he says, "Huh, so that's the Zero Tails." This is where he says, "You think you can defeat me? I'll become the Zero Tails." So he becomes the Zero Tails and laughs and all that. And this is where Naruto says, "Very interesting. I still don't care. I really don't care." This is where he says, "Zeus, Permentius, or whatever his name was, says, come out." So of course the sun and the cloud comes out. Zeus becomes into a lightning cloud, and of course Permentius becomes into a fireball on. And of course, this is where fire and lightning started just hitting the Zero Tails. This is where Naruto, he develops the whole room into darkness. And this is where he says, "I'm gonna have to take your lifespan. I'm gonna take all of it." So, of course, this is where he developed the room in darkness. And of course, the Zero Tails is not getting hatred no more. So, of course, it is getting weaker and weaker. This is where Naruto touches it and takes its soul out and eats it. So, yeah. Swear Naruto just wanted some random sword, and so he just got a sword. And so he uses it to just cut through people and all that easily. But yeah. This is where he sees the sky, ship and all that. This is where Amaru, Shodoi, and even Hinata are on there. And also the other villagers. And this is where Naruto says, "Yo." This is where they say, "Naruto." Naruto says, "I can fly, by the way. I don't really need to be on the ship." This is where Naruto says, "But I am gonna destroy the Sky Island." So he kicks the lever, breaking it, and of course they fly away. This is where Amaru says, "No!" So of course this is where, Hinata and Shodoi says, "Hey, it's okay. Naruto's stronger than you see." Naruto says, "Well, time to destroy this place." This is where he says, "Yummy, yummy, no me." Wait, I accidentally fucked up. The yummy, yummy, no. He didn't use the yummy, yummy, no me. He used the quake, no me. He says, "Quake, no me, 100%. Destroying the whole place and just breaking it because he's using earthquake. And since the earthquake does not affect the, ground, he's right now full power in it and breaking into a million pieces. This is where Naruto's falling down. But this is where Naruto, he lays back and says, "This is gonna be easy." So he's laying back down, and he knows the water's just gonna hit him, but he realized that sometimes he can't really swim. So yeah. So of course this is where he's about to fall into the water, but then he thinks of something else and says, "Alright, the rubber thing I can use." This is where Amaru still kind of grabs Naruto and still hit him into land. But of course, this is where she did not lose the the thing. So yeah, she didn't lose the flying thing because And of course, she does manage to catch Naruto and kind of land him to the ground. This is where Naruto still kind of hits the sand with his face. Well, still doesn't do that, but hits the sand with his face. And then, poof, you realize I could have landed that easily. Amara says, "You idiot. You would have fell down the ground and hurt yourself again." Naruto says, "No, I don't think that would happen that much." Probably not would have happened. Naruto would have put armor Hawking and just fall down. But yeah, Amara just says, "You idiot, idiot. How much of an idiot are you?" Naruto says, "Not much. I'm not Sasuke." Sasuke heard that and says, "Huh? The hell did you just call me?" Naruto says, "Like I said, I'm not Sasuke. I'm not an idiot like him." Sasuke says, "Do you really want to fight me, Naruto?" Naruto says, "Like I said, there is a guy named Sasuke Uchiha that is just way stupider than me." Naruto say with a smirk in his face. This is where Sasuke just gets angry enough and rushes at Naruto and was about to punch him in the head until Naruto puts armor and Hawking in his, what's it called? In his leg, and just back kicks and hits Sasuke into the wall. Well, into the sand mostly. So yeah, that's where Naruto says, "See, he's an idiot." Amara just says, "You're an idiot also." Yeah, right. This is where, they go back to the village, and Amaru, since she has what's it called, her villagers and all, she's thinking of going back and becoming, the doctor in the village. And this is where Tsunade says that she can actually help her and becoming a medical ninja and also a ninja. Just not a ninja, a medical expert, and yeah. Of course, Amaru really thanks her, but yeah. This is where we go into Naruto. Naruto is right now at his compound sleeping because yeah, of course everyone having a very tiresome day, so they all went to sleep and all. But yeah, of course the next day happens. A couple of weeks pass and all, and this is where Tsunade does get a message about Gaara being taken from the village by the Akatsuki, and Naruto was reported to go, and of course this is where Shiroi and Taiya and Kim were supposed to go also with her. This is with Naruto mostly. This is where Naruto says, "Got it." This is where they are all kind of running in full speed without Kakashi or anything. Kakashi doesn't yet go. And Itachi and Sasuke are right now still training, so yeah. So of course, this is where, they get to also Hinata went. So instead of Kim, it was Hinata that also went. So yeah. So where they go, and of course is where, they encounter what's it called, they didn't run fully, they mostly took, got on Naruto's back, because Naruto then became the dragon and flew all the way over there. Of course, this is where when they got to the sand village, this is where Naruto transformed back into normal. Of course, the girls were about to fall, but Naruto made clones to catch them, and of course land on the ground using armor and Hawking their legs. But yeah. This is where Naruto, he says, "Yo, what was her name? Tamari, wasn't it?" Tamari says, "Yeah, that's my name. Did you forget about it?" Naruto says, "Yep." That's right. She just grumbles about blondes and all that. This is where Naruto says, "You're also blonde." And this is where Tamari just gets angry more. But this is where Naruto says, "Not the point. Where's Gaara exactly at?" This is where Tamari says she doesn't know, but hoping her brother does. Her, brother named Kankuro. Naruto says, "Pink eye face," and Tamari kind of laughs a little bit. This is where he asks Hinata to kind of heal him. So of course, Kankuro still wakes up and still kind of tells him that where the direction is at. The old lady wanted to come, but this is where Naruto says, "Do you like flying?" This is where Hinata, Shiroi, and Taiya does not know what Naruto's planning, but this is where the old lady says, "I never flew before, but I'm gonna just guess that you might have a flying summoning." And this is where all three girls kind of face plant, and they're gonna just say, "Oh, this old lady's gonna be in the oral surprise." We go into 5 minutes later, and the old lady, she's calm as hell on Naruto's back because Naruto's right now the blue dragon. And of course, this is where they land, and Naruto, he uses a beam to shoot through the cave. This is where, Sasori wasn't fast enough and got obliterated. Deidara says, "What the fuck?" This is where the Akatsuki says, "The only beam attack that is from our information, Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto Uzumaki's at your location and finally found you. Shit, and we barely even got any of Shikaku's, piece. Data, I need you to try to take Shikaku far away from that location. This is where Data says, wait, isn't Naruto can fly? The, Uzumaki? Yes. Oh, shit, how the fuck am I gonna be able to escape him? Just escape him? He isn't gonna shoot at, Gaara. With that is true. So he was about to take Gaara until the bird, but this is where Naruto appears, jumps through it because Naruto already transformed back, and hits Data with the freaking club, with lightning in the club, and just smash him down. Back to the ground, just killing him instantly. This is where Naruto sees the Akatsuki and glares at, the leader, even though they're holograms. This is where Naruto says, fuck you Akatsuki pricks. This is where, the Diva Path Pain says, you little brat, you are not gonna fight against God. Naruto says, bitch, you ain't God, I'm God. You're just a prick. This is where the Diva Path, they all disconnected and all that. Well, not the Diva Path, every other costume member disconnected. This is where Naruto says, bitch, proving you a god? Hell no, I'm a god. Because he still has Blackbeard's kind of personality, because Blackbeard always kind of says he's a god and all that. He will be the god of this war and all that. So yeah. Of course, this is where Naruto says, whatever. He got Gaara on his back, and of course, he kind of gets out of the cave and says, yo, what's good? This is where everyone says, you really didn't need our help. You have become that strong. Naruto says, I guess I can easily kick the shit out of the S-rank ninjas. Maybe I should be going hunting. That is true. He's so much easier. This is where, they say, you seriously just going to go hunting the, the Akatsuki? Seriously, Naruto? Naruto says, yes, of course. What do you think I'm going to be doing else? Well, they said that is true. That is true. But Naruto says, don't worry. I should go back to the village. So they go back to the, Sand Village. Gaara is very thankful for Naruto, and yeah. And of course, this is where they get back to the Leaf Village because they're still running Naruto's back. And yeah. And of course, Naruto appears, and yeah. That's where Naruto makes a request that he wants to hunt the Akatsuki down. This is where Tsunade thinks about it, and she thinks about it much more. And she then says, that is true. You are very, very higher ranked than half the Akatsuki members. This is where Naruto says, I also might need information from the other Akatsuki members. Jiraiya says, I only know about Hiran, who's somewhat immortal. If you cut his head, I think he won't be immortal. Kakuzu, who has 4 hearts, 5 hearts in total. You destroy them, he dies. They that are in sorcery, I don't think they show their abilities. It's just you destroy them in such an easy way that they weren't really much for you. This is where Naruto says, yep. This is where he says, and other members, like the leader or anything, I don't know much about it. Naruto says, gonna have to go hunting. This is where, the other girls want to go hunting with Naruto, but Naruto says, nah, I'm out. So Naruto's actually going to go hunt the Akatsuki down. So, with Naruto already being able to defeat the Akatsuki. So, of course, he made Itachi good, and yeah, Kisame, Sasori, and Deidara are dead. And Naruto actually noticed another presence, kind of spying on them. And Naruto says, wait, I gotta do something real fast. He uses observation hawking and found out Black and White Zetsu and appear right next to him and uses the Sorcerer no Mi and takes his soul and killed him. This is where Naruto says, sorry, I was just getting some ramen real fast. Don't worry, I also defeated another Akatsuki member. It looks like he was a spy or something. They're like, are you fucking serious? Yep. Naruto says, don't worry, I'll go get the other leftover Akatsuki members. This is where, they said, sure, I guess that'll make sense. It's where Naruto says, yeah, don't worry. So this is where, well, Naruto was going outside and he kind of got, well, packed up and says, don't worry, this mission won't take that long, I don't think so. And of course the girl says, fine, Naruto. And so Naruto disappeared from the village and is right now looking for the different Akatsuki members. So of course, if they're trying to go against one, then maybe they would try to get two. So he went to go look for the Two Tails, found out where the Two Tails is at, and well, he found the certain location, finds where there was destruction, and also finds what's called two Akatsuki members, Kaksu and Hidan, because they are right now taking what's called the Two Tails. This is where Naruto sees Hidan, and this is where Naruto pulls out the saber, and with only them blinking, Hidan's head is flying right now. Hidan just blinked once, and his head is right now just going straight to the sky, while Hidan's body just falls down to the ground. This is where Hidan says, what the fuck? This is where Kaku says, what? Hidan! This is where Naruto appears and says, hello there. This is where Kaku says, I see, so you're the Nine Tails. You're in the big book being the strongest being there. But can you go against God? Naruto says, if I can kill you, I can kill God. This is where, well, Kaku says, cocky brat, aren't you? Naruto puts armor in Hawking, but advanced armor in Hawking, and punches Kakuzu once with blinding speed, and Kakuzu's dead, because that just shatters all of his inner guts. That means also his hearts, destroying them in such an easy manner. This is where he explodes, and this is where Naruto grabs Kakuzu's head and throws it into the ocean. This is where Naruto doesn't know what to do with the Two Tails, but then just decides to buy a hotel, leave her there, and never come back. Naruto just doesn't care. This is where Naruto, well, he can go to the Cloud Village, so that's what he did instead. He made a clone and tell the clown to go to the Cloud Village and leave her there. If she wakes up and hits you, just poof away. So yeah, Naruto, he's going to go find the other Akatsuki members. And of course, is where he kind of got what's called a message through through one of Jiraiya's spies that the Akatsuki leader might be in the rain village. This is where Naruto says, well, I'm going to the rain village now. Naruto, he's running in such blinding speeds straight to the rain village. This is where he goes to the rain and he sees the rain falling. This is where Naruto says, okay, well, there's only one way to do something when there's rain like that. He sees the top of the tower, and this is where Naruto becomes, well, the dragon, and this is where he shoots a beam at it, blasting the tower and destroying whatever there was in there. That means killing Nagato, because Nagato was in the top of the tower. This is where Konan realized what the hell just happened and sees the giant dragon, and she realized that Naruto went hunting. So the Akatsuki went hunting for the Jinchurikis, but now Naruto went hunting for them instead. This is where she's angry and threw a bunch of paper shurikens at Naruto. Naruto just easily uses darkness release and just gets rid of all of it. And Naruto's right now fighting against Konan, and Konan actually lost because Naruto managed to use darkness all around, and Konan actually lost her ability and all. And this is where Naruto, he uses what's called, well, Gamma Gamma no Mi, what's it called, Red Hawk, and Puncher and Destroyer in an instant. This is where, well, Naruto says, what is next? I think that's all the Akatsukis. Right. This is where Naruto, he senses, what's it called, Obito, and when he tries to punch at Obito with blinding speed, Obito says, you cannot hurt me, haha. Because Nine Tails, I will start the Great War, and I will kill you. Naruto says, yeah, bullshit, whatever you want to say. I don't really care what you want. This is where, well, Obito's pissed and how Naruto's chillax and all. But yeah. But with that happening, we go into a time skip of Naruto going back to the Leaf Village, and Obito still declaring the fifth Great Shinobi, well, not the fifth, the fourth Great Shinobi War. But this is where he kind of managed to, what's it called, summon Madara back from the undead, and that's the only person he managed to summon back. Madara found out that he doesn't have the Geto statue or the Rinnegan because the Rinnegan got blasted away by Naruto. and so he's going to go fight at the village. So when Naruto was just sleeping, he hears just rumble and all that, and a bunch of people are kind of freaking out because there's a giant meteor falling down. Naruto sees this, and this is where Naruto says, "Well, I guess it's time for the war." This is where Madara is right now in his Susanoo, and this is where Itachi and Sasuke are right now trying to use their Susanoo to fight against Madara. Obito saying, "Don't worry, I'll go get what's it called? Well, the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki." This is where, well, what's it called? Multiple ninjas appear trying to fight against Madara. This is where, well, Madara and Obito are kind of, well, Madara's laughing and saying, "This is what the Leaf Village has." And this is where, when he says that, the meteor blasts away. It just shatters into a million pieces and destroy, just disintegrated, just gone into atoms. Also, the second meteor is also gone. He says, "The fuck was that?" Naruto throwing his blue dragon and rushing towards Madara and Susanoo. Madara tries to slice out Naruto's Susanoo. Naruto transforms back into normal and uses the club to try to hit Madara and the Susanoo. This is where he managed to break through, and Madara was shocked. This is where Obito was shocked also. This is where Naruto says, "Oh no, you don't. Even if you can just phase through my attacks, I want your soul and your lifespan." Obito says, "What?" His, soul is taken out of his body, even though if he tries to use combo weave. This is where Naruto says, "You're gonna give me a nice sword, bitch." This is where Naruto transforms what's called Obito's soul into a sword and slashes at Madara. Madara says, "You cannot hurt me." Naruto says, "Great, then I'm gonna have to use the sword no me again." So of course he does it from Madara and takes his soul out, destroying what's called the Edo Tensei. With that happening, Naruto falls down to the ground, and of course the epic of the Susanoo fell down. But yeah, with that happening, Naruto was just overpowered. He easily just defeated the Akazis. He's been strong as hell when he was younger, now he's stronger than anything. So yeah, now we go into Naruto being 18, or skip that. Well, no, he was already 18, and of course Hinata was still kind of captured by what's called the guy with Tentagon. But of course, this is where her friends, the other brides for Naruto, and Naruto also appeared. Naruto fucked up the Tentagon user pretty easily. Naruto just smashed him to the ground and then kind of used the Nine-Tails power to beat his ass. But yeah. And Kurama did want to see what would happen if Naruto used the Quake no Mi and his power at the same time, being the fuck out of, the Tentagon user. It kind of went into 5 seconds of beating the crap out of the Tentagon user. So yeah. So with that happening, the Tentagon user still kind of just stayed in the moon, not trying to throw hands with Naruto ever again. So yeah. So we go into Naruto being 22. Now Naruto is not going to become the Hokage. He said, "Fuck that." But of course, he still had to say that, having kids and all that. So he still had kids and all that. So yeah. But his dreams of becoming a pirate never died. He's actually in the sea. Kind of just like, kind of made a ship and all that. And, went on the sea, kind of just going on the sea because he likes, since Naruto's basically the reincarnations of the different Yonkos, he just likes being on the sea. Just reminds him a lot about his different past. But yeah. Now, of course, he has I'm going to say 15 kids in total, but yeah. But with that happening, this is the end of What If Naruto Had the Yonko Abilities, Part 2, the end. So yeah. Have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato, and potato. Peace.